All right, in this video, we're going to be taking a look at how you can set a timer for a lamp or really any electronic device that plugs in to the wall so that it can automatically turn on or off at a specified time during the day or night. So this is what we do specifically when we leave town. We want to make sure our lights turn on automatically during the evening and nighttime hours, so it appears that we are indeed at home. So we're going to be looking at in this video two different types of automatic timers for lights or other electronic devices. The first one looks like this. It is digital and my preferred. However, it's a little more expensive. And as always, I'll put links down in the description below for this and other products that you see in the videos if you want to check that out. I really like this particular unit because it plugs into the side as opposed to the front, so it has more clearance if it's behind a piece of furniture, for example. It also has two inputs as opposed to just one, so you can power two devices like two lamps, for example, with only one unit. We're going to press the set button to get started here. You can see it scroll through the different preset features or the preset options. You can actually set different timers on this one device, so you can, for example, have the lamps turn on in the morning or the afternoon and the evening all at once. So that's really nice. And the clock feature sets like this. You just hold the clock button and press the actual hour and minute. So that's pretty easy to do. After the clock has been set, we can enter into the first preset turn off, turn on mode. So click that set button and you can control the days of the week. It's got Monday through Friday, maybe only one night per week, or the weekend, or every single night of the week. And then you can click the hour and the minute to set the time in which something will turn on. Click the set button again and you'll click the time. You can set the time at which it will turn off. So it's really simple to use, just like that. And you can click the set button again and to go into your second preset if you want it to turn on in the evening, for example. So it really could not be easier. So let's go ahead and test this out so you can kind of see how it works. I have my turn on, my set on and off time set. And we'll plug it into the wall. Before you actually plug the unit in, go ahead and take your lamp or your device, plug it into the wall and make sure it is turned on, because it can't actually physically turn the lamp on itself, right? It can't turn the knob. So you want to make sure your light is on, and then you can unplug it directly from the wall and plug it in to your automatic timer. Okay, so that's going to ensure that the actual lamp is on. So when I turn it on or plug it in like this, you can see it actually turned on. So I need to hit that manual button to make sure it's on auto off mode, so that when I plug it in, there, it's actually off, right? And let's go ahead and test it. I have a kind of a practice timer set up here. So it should do this. There we go. It turned on automatically at the time that I have indicated. So that is good. And let's test to make sure that it turns off automatically as well. Yep, perfect. There it is. So that is the first auto timer option. Now, a less expensive one, you can pick these up pretty much anywhere. They are a little more manual. They've got these little plastic knobs on them. So we'll show you how that kind of works. We're going to turn on the lamp here and plug it into the wall, make sure the lamp is on as we did before, and then we can actually plug in the lamp turned on to the actual timer like this. Now this one's definitely a little more cheaply made, I would say, but you plug in, it's only got one input, you plug it in, the lamp into the timer, and you can plug it into the wall. It's got a little knob there where you can actually override the automatic setting and turn on. So you just slide that little top switch there and it turns on, you just saw. Now as far as setting this device, it's got this kind of rotational dial with plastic knobs, and it's not precision, right? The digital will give you the exact to the minute. This one, you kind of have to set the time based on the arrow, right? So it really has a hard time reading, whether it's 1:20 or 1:28 p.m. So it's definitely not exact, but these are really, really inexpensive, and you can get quite a few of them without breaking the bank at all. Some of those digital ones can run you, 15, 20 bucks a pop, where these are more like $3 to $5, something like that. So you basically depress the knobs to indicate at what time things turn on. Okay, so you can see here it's pretty simple to figure out. It's got an AM PM dial, and you set the time just by lining up the arrow with the correct time, and then you can depress those knobs, those little plastic knobs, at the time that you want something to turn on, and make sure they're pulled out at the time you want it to turn off, if that makes sense. So it's really simple to do. I mean, it's not rocket science at all. And you can practice with it a little bit before you go out of town, for example. Make sure you do a couple practice runs and you feel good about that. The biggest thing that I forget is to make sure that lamp is turned on already, right? Like we did before. Unplug it from the device, from the timer, plug it into the wall, and make sure your lamp or whatever is turned on. And that is it. 2 pretty quick, easy solutions if you're going out of town, or if you need another reason to turn on lights or devices automatically. Thanks so much for being with me.